Stone Roses, She Bangs the Drums, which, what's that about, James?
It's about Meg White.
Hilarious.
Yep.
And before that, Tom Odell on XFM with me, Josh Widdicombe, joined by James Acaster, writer of numerous jokes about Meg White. Any other songs you can think of about Meg White?
I'm not going to reveal any. It's my new Christmas book. I'm working up to it for Christmas. I'm dreaming of a Meg White Christmas. It's what the book's called, and it's all just jokes about Meg White.
What's your favourite Ian Dury song? Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick. That kind of.
Yeah, exactly. The stuff like that.
Yeah.
All the way through.
Well, I'm glad. I mean, despite conversation in the last 30 seconds, you have a girlfriend.
It's Meg White. Yeah, I'm being mega very happy.
Yeah. But it's the opposite to the White Stripes in that you say that you're boyfriend and girlfriend, but you're actually brother and sister.
yeah. You know.
It's like, that's how things go. We're talking about worst Valentine's Days, and I'm presuming as a man who we've established last week gets into scrapes. You can probably top all of our listeners on a story here.
How long have you got, mate? How long have you got? This,
2 minutes.
I thought, yeah. But the most memorable one was when I went on a first date on the 13th of February with a girl, and then we agreed to go on a date
for some.
Yeah. Then we agreed to go on a date the next day without thinking what day it was. And
did the first one gone well?
First one was nice. We went ice skating, but I'd never been ice skating before.
Classic.
So she was like going round and lapping me, and I was doing the whole kind of.
I want to know about the details.
After that, no, anyway, I was holding on to the side of the ice rink, and my legs wobbling like a baby giraffe. Yeah. And then she was having a much better time than I was. But then, like, I agreed to.
But she agreed to a second date.
She's like, second date. She said, "There's a line dancing class that I go to. So you come line.
She's a keeper.
Come line dancing with me tomorrow." And I was like, "Yep, definitely." And then
definitely.
And then like
how old were you at this point?
I would have been 18. I think 18 years old. I was going to go to line dancing.
Yeah.
And
Cotton Eye James.
Yeah, I went about bought a plaid shirt. And
did you?
No, I didn't.
For a minute.
I believe I just dressed nice and casual.
Why not? Like jump over your shoulders?
Yeah. Didn't even get top button undone. And I got my brother to drive me to the line dancing class.
Yeah.
And on the way there,
yourself out on the way there.
Huh?
You don't want to tire yourself out by walking there.
No. She should have arrived by horse. Would have been more appropriate. Tied it up outside. But my brother was driving me, and on the way there, I got a text from her pulling out of the date. But
sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
I'd already kind of like committed myself to. I got myself in the zone in my head that I was going line dancing, and this is what I was doing.
Valentine's Day.
And I said to my brother, I still kind of want to go. And he was like, "Well, I'll go with you."
Oh my!
So me and my brother went line dancing together, and we were the youngest there by about 40 years. Like everyone else was like way older than us.
Yeah, well, understandably. Why has she pulled out?
She said she had got home and her mum had thrown her a surprise Valentine's party. Which I think is the oldest lie in the Valentine's book.
Lie.
But I felt...
that's actually a template on texts for putting out.
This just comes with the phone.
Sorry, got home. There was a surprise Valentine's party. Send?
I have received that text many a time, mainly in the autumn. But yeah, we got there.
That's definitely a surprise in the autumn.
But yeah, we did the whole we had a really good time, and we ended up really enjoying it. And there was like the line dancing leader was a lady called B, and she made it her mission all night to zing me and make fun of me in front of everyone. Oh,
so what kind of slams was she laying down?
Well, at one point I was line dancing near, unbeknownst to me, somewhere where someone had spilt a drink in a little puddle, and she went,
up.
Someone got too excited by line dancing, he couldn't wait, and everyone really laughed. And I was looking around at them going, "You lot are really old. It's more likely it was one of you. Don't even start making fun of me for this."
No, because if there's one moral from the story, it's that no one should be making fun of you on that night. If you can beat James's story, and you can't, but if you can, genuinely, if you can, at XFM or 63936.
Josh Widdicombe. XFM.
XFM, and that's Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger, which is about Meg White leaving the White Stripes, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Replaced by someone called Sally.
But if you missed the last thing, that'll make no sense at all. But James is now saying that every song is about Meg White, and it's going to get increasingly difficult because the next song is well, we'll see, won't we? Now, this is James Acaster. Well, this is Josh Widdicombe. I'm joined by James Acaster. It's very rare you confuse who you are yourself.
Wishful thinking, I think. That was what that was.
Now, before the break, we were talking about the worst Valentine's Day. The listeners had some good ones, and then James Acaster basically came in and blitzed the whole thing with the worst ever Valentine's Day, which was, to cut a long story short, a second date, line dancing, where he was driven by his brother to meet this girl who dropped out on the way. So James took his brother line dancing and was then accused of wetting himself by the old woman who led the group. Oh, we thought that's bad. During the two songs that we just heard about Meg White, it transpired that there was more details. The story continued.
Well, it took a turn for the better to begin with, because at the end of our line dancing class, there was a...
How did it take a turn for the better? They decided to play Russian roulette.
Basically, all the old ladies left, and then we were allowed to stay and watch the next class if we wanted. Of course, you know...
Not made of stone.
We're happening cats. We've got so much going on Valentine's Day that we decided to stay and watch the next class. And but it was loads of like girls our age and like proper dancers. And afterwards, a group of them came and just gravitated towards me and my brother, sat around us, and started chatting to us.
They did.
It's going really well.
It's catering. It's February the 14th.
Yeah,
you're in a room with your brother.
Yeah.
Girls aren't gonna leave you alone.
I mean, at the time, I was thinking, we're idiots for not doing this every Valentine's Day. This is why isn't there more guys coming? There's single women here. It's Valentine's Day. You just sit
like
around.
moths to a light bulb.
Yeah, this is fish in a barrel. And then like a group of them all went up to my brother. Oh, we'll teach you some dance moves. Come on, and they took him by the hand, took him over to the dance floor.
What happened to you?
I was left in the booth.
Booth?
I was in a little booth in a corner.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was left there with their mother, who come to pick them up, and they were there dancing with Steve.
Was she throwing down some moves?
No, she was just sitting. She was telling me about her son, who was a professional dancer, whose stage name was Hypno. Hypno, not to be confused with Hypno Disc, the classic Robot Wars robot, which I believe won many a.
Who's your favourite robot in Robot Wars?
It was Hypno Disc, but then I was also a fan of the house robot Matilda, who didn't take it.
What about So Kill a Lot?
So Kill a Lot was good fun. I mean,
I think producer Neil's got a new social media challenge, which is track down all the robots from Robot Wars.
Especially, I can't remember what it's called, but the one that originally self-righted itself. Because it used to be a thing where, like, if they got flipped over, that was it. Yeah. And then the first robot that had that self-righting mechanism, then everyone copied it, but the first time it did it, Craig Charles lost it.
Jonathan Pierce, I was the commentator on that. He used to absolutely lose it over robot. It was. I didn't really like it, but anyway.
So me and that lady were chatting about Robot Wars, and
of course you bloody were,
and her son Hypno, and then she eventually, my brother's there dancing, and I kind of gave him the thumbs up, and then she went to me, so how long have you been together? And I realised, obviously, my brother also at the time worked in a gym as a personal trainer. He was very buff. I'm quite a scrawny, weedy guy. He was there just dancing. Of course it looked like that. We've gone to line dancing together on Valentine's Day. And
we've already discussed that you dressed casual for the event.
Yeah. And I tried to clear things up by saying he's my brother, and that made matters worse, quite frankly. She didn't want to talk to me after that.
Do you know the moral of the story is never have a go at Meg White, who had the exact same mix-up?
Josh Widdicombe Podcast XFM.
It's not just tittle-tattle today, it's hard news. We specialise in hard news. And our hard news correspondent, Joe Lycett, who last week filled us in on David Beckham's move from LA to Paris, and we have him on the phone with this week's big story. Hello, Joe.
Good morning, Josh.
Good morning. Do you want to say good morning to the nation as well?
Good morning, the nation.
See, you don't get this on Newsnight. How are you, Joe?
I'm smashing, thank you. How are you, Josh?
I'm good. Where are you? Let's get a picture of
live from Peckham.
Oh,
I'm looking out. I'm looking out over the garden of the place that I'm staying. I'm also right next to an Oscar.
An Oscar?
An Oscar.
Blimey.
Josh.
God, things have gone well for you this week. What Oscar? What is it? You staying with an Oscar winner?
I'm staying with an Oscar winner.
Are you staying with Dame Helen Mirren in her Peckham
I am in Dame Helen Mirren's house. As we speak, we had a lovely evening last night. Please don't tell the press.
Well,
she will be livid. Calm down, Helen. It's only Josh.
No. So, apart from that massive news story, to be honest, we've got the big scoop. What news story would you like to tell us about this week, Joe?
Oh, well, of course, Josh, the biggest news story this week that everybody is talking about. No, it's not horse meat.
Oh.
It is, they found a dead man in a car park. This is in Leicester.
That's in Leicester. Is this news?
Well, it doesn't sound like it, does it? Because they find a dead guy in a car park every day in Leicester most of the time. But this guy apparently was quite important. They believe I don't know who they are, believe that it was Richard III, who was the King of England.
Right. How did they find him? I don't know much about Richard. What should I know about Richard III?
He wasn't in power for long, and he looks a bit like King Farquaad from Shrek. That's what you should know about.
And died in a car park. And he lost his ticket for the gate. He couldn't get out.
And that's it. That was life for him then. He just perished in a car park. No, because he died in battle, and some other bloke won. They didn't really give him like a nice burial. They just stuck him in a car park. That's basically what they did. I'm a bit confused as to how they really know it's him, because we've done it because of carbon dating. Nobody knows what that is, do they? They could just say, we worked out by hydrogen diary. It doesn't mean anything, does it? It doesn't.
So you're questioning whether it is Richard III, or whether they're just...
I think it's probably just Graham from round at Morrison's who just got too drunk one night.
It happens to look like the guy from Shrek.
Yeah, loads of people look like that though, don't they?
Well, like the King.
You look a bit like it.
Cheers, thank you. Do you know what happened to me last night? I was on the side. I met Rafe Spall. You know Rafe Spall, presumably, the actor. Dame Helen will be able to fill you in on him.
He's quite hot property at the minute, isn't he?
He is. Do you know what he told me? He told me that people tell him that he looks like me.
Oh my God!
What do you make of that?
Compliment, because I was with my friend the other day and she had a picture of him up on her thing. He's like a bit of a sex icon at the minute. Josh Widdicombe, you are a sex icon. I knew it, but I didn't realise that the nation knew it.
I mean, there's a lot of people currently Googling, going, what does this guy look like? And then disappointingly finding my face on Google image search.
Actually, I suppose that you sort of do look a bit like him, but in a sort of withered way.
Thank you. A withered Rafe Spall. I'll put that on my Edinburgh poster this year. So what's going to happen with this Richard III thing? Has it changed anything, or can we go on with life as usual?
I think we can get on with life and just ignore this as if it never happened. I think it's been a blip in time. Now, they're going to stick his bones in Leicester somewhere, and you can go and have a look if you've got nothing else on.
Okay. Do you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to ignore it as if this never happened.
Going to do that? Who really cares? Nobody.
Let's end with that lovely moral, and let's hope the next week's story has a very similar ending.
Josh Widdicombe Podcast XFM.